So before we get really into this one, that video topped out at like number 13, which is the highest that I think one of my videos have ever placed on the trending tab for gaming anyway. Usually I try not to pay too much attention to it, right? Because ultimately, the higher you go on that list, the more and more people that aren't subscribed to your channel come to your channel, right? And that seems like a good thing, right? But the reality of it is, man, not exactly. The people that come from super high up on the trending tab and stuff, they don't really understand the sarcasm or any of the running jokes on this channel, so whenever they come here they think it's like one thing, and really it's not even close to any of that. It just ends up being put in front of a whole bunch of people that don't really watch my content on a regular basis, so when they do see it, it's kind of jarring. Kill people a couple times with a sniper rifle on here, and then all of a sudden they all swap to M4s and MP5s and start jumping and bunny hopping and drop shotting and just all sorts of shit, man. So last night I got dumb close to it. Obviously I'm only 2 off. I'm on the 123 of 125, and really if this game goes well enough I could just get it right here and now, but likely won't since I joined this one late, but I'll at least be able to get one, and I'll be 1 off, 15 more kills. To be honest with you, if you have an M4 or MP5 and you slide at me, I actually have no problem whatsoever actually using snake shots on you. I got no issue with it. Cheese for cheese, I don't care. I have no idea what's going on with the matchmaking system on this game, but for whatever reason, it is taking obnoxiously long now. I don't know if I got 16 kills total there, but I don't think I got it. No, I'm still, fuck. I just want to go and complete this because I have a lot to say, man. I really, really do. I might be able to actually even get it in this lobby if it goes well enough. I just needed to start from the beginning, and I need to have at least somewhat of a game that isn't too chaotic with everybody running around with MP5s and drop shotting and jumping and sliding. And last night I got into game after game after game of people playing like absolute fucking freaks. Every single time they kill me, they shoot at me, they fucking try to teabag me, they try to do all sorts of shit to try to get some sort of rise up out of me, but I just have every single lobby muted at that point. But it's like, dude, I am using the slowest, most shitty weapons on the smallest maps in the game, and you're using an MP5 with an M4, and I don't understand, man. I just don't understand how you can flex that. It's weird, man. It's like saying you fucking beat up somebody that didn't have an arm or some shit. I'm quite literally handicapped here. There's people out there tweeting pictures out there of, you know, all of their obsidian things. They go and got it for their, you know, MP7s, their sniper rifles, whatever it is. I know a few people now that have it for their, you know, sniper rifles and stuff, and I mean, ultimately, I know what it looks like, but and so many people telling me like, oh man, Jev's gonna lose his mind over this. I'm gonna clarify again. I am not getting obsidian for every weapon in the game. I'm not doing it. I'll get it for the weapons I like, or at least all of the sniper rifles, and that's it, man. I'm done. I just needed to get this one in a timely manner, you know, so we can upload it and everything. Everybody will be like, oh, cool, you know, that's what obsidian looks like and everything, and boom, we're done. After that, it's smooth sailing. I don't give a shit. Probably use something like the MK2 or car or whatever, because those are the things that are meant for multiplayer. Early in the months of this game, I was saying, you know, oh, we can make all these guns work and whatever, and then it was like, oh, I really want to use the HDR, being the slowest, most powerful sniper rifle, but it's very consistent. I was really sick and tired of all the hit markers and stuff that all the marksman rifles gave me. Then slowly over time, I started realizing that it is, regardless of how accurate I am, the gun is simply mathematically too slow to actually do anything and keep up with the pace of multiplayer. It's just not fast enough. Great in Warzone and everything, but a long time I wanted everything to be able to work. I wanted to use a sniper rifle, not a marksman rifle in multiplayer, but the more and more that I've been playing now, the more and more that I've realized that using these in multiplayer, unless it's like search and destroy or something that's not respawn or crazy over the top. There it is, got it. Good jump shot at him for obsidian. Now we can swap to something that's actually meant for these maps. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but ultimately that's kind of what it is. They made the marksman rifles in this game to kind of be the quick scoping thing for multiplayer. Now that I got the obsidian AX-50, I'm not even gonna go out of my way to do anything different with all the other shit. I'm just gonna sit here and use everything. Would have been much easier using these things on these kinds of maps, but conforming like I have, that this game has a way of just beating you down, not giving you any wiggle room. I just really love how EOD doesn't actually do anything against the explosives in the game. That's one of my favorite things about this game, is that the perks actually don't do anything. And Ghost, of all perks, is literally the strongest perk we've ever had. You can just sit in a corner forever and it doesn't even matter. I realized that over time of me using that regular scope on the AX-50 as well, I more or less started really hating the AX-50. I hated how inconsistent it was. I hate how slow it is. I hate how far it zooms in. I hate how it looks when it uses anything but the regular scope. I really just don't like it. I don't know what to say, man. Those guns were absolutely just meant for Warzone. They're not made for multiplayer. And I don't think that they're gonna bother changing any of the balances on there just because they have to worry about it affecting Warzone then. I have a lot to say. So much has gone through my mind over the night of doing this stupid ass challenge that, all right, so we go over to our AX-50, new gunsmith, camouflage, boom. Obsidian. Got Obsidian now. Guess we could go into like a private match or something and check it out. Let's go to... It's one of the maps that it looks really, really nice on. I also want to look at the range version of this thing for, you know, Warzone and stuff, so I'll have this one on as well. I personally think the Warzone version of the sniper rifles obviously look more intimidating. They're big, got these huge-ass barrels on them. They look like they could shoot through a fucking... Ooh. Oh, boy. Oh.
We've got enemy inbound. Lock and load.
Well, I mean, here it is. I mean, it doesn't look awful. And the amount of work I did for it, I mean, really just sitting down playing for an entire day, that's all I really had to do for this. It was really annoying, but really it's ultimately just at the end of the day, I was just having bad lobbies, but... I don't know. I feel like this thing is more about the way that it like angles everything. It really does look like it's cut out of obsidian to be shaped into a weapon, but other than that, I really don't think anyone's even going to be able to notice the difference. Like, yeah, it's a little bit more shiny than the base one and everything. It's more a glossy black than a gray, but ultimately, I don't know if anyone's even going to notice this. At least when you see Damascus, you know, it stands out at least a little bit, even if it is ugly as all hell. Okay, so let's check out the Warzone version of it. Be able to take shots at longer distances and everything. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't look terrible, but the camos on this game have always just... You guys do some interesting shit with these camos, Infinity Ward. You really do. I know that you guys don't have bad design ideas, but if you really think that this equates to the amount of effort that we as players put forth, I don't know. I don't know. It's... My thoughts on this whole challenge as a whole, I'm just gonna go in. There are a few things that need to happen to multiplayer in order for it to do better, in my opinion. And obviously, this comes down to what I believe is good for the game. 3 to 4 things need to happen in multiplayer, okay? And the reason that I'm talking about it right now is because you guys have hard committed to this idea of what you think multiplayer should be with the radar and everything and the way that you guys changed it. And I'm not gonna get into that whole thing. If you have no idea what the radar discussion is even about, don't even bother listening, okay? It's just likely don't play multiplayer enough to even understand or didn't play Call of Duty, you know, the years before. But the things that need to happen with multiplayer, you need to fix the radar, okay? You also need to nerf Ghost, or make it so whenever you're sitting still with Ghost, you will show up on the radar after a period of time. It needs to be that way. You also need to buff EOD / Battle Hardened again, because it doesn't work. Everybody is running around with the akimbo snake shots, which are obviously, those are gonna get nerfed. Those don't have anything to do with those perks or whatever, but those are things just to show how everything is influencing the community. Every single time and every single lobby you join, there will be somebody using this thing. Okay, there is a full-blown meta on this game right now where everyone's using MP5s, M4s, and all of their secondaries are akimbo snake shots, okay? That is the meta right now. There will always be the best SMG and there will always be the best AR, okay. But also the meta is having C4 in your pocket. So you can toss it whenever you don't want to actually check a room. You know why? Because everybody's sitting in corners with Ghost. People fear that because how strong Ghost is in multiplayer when you're just sitting around and shit, and it's not like Ghost is not strong in Warzone either, but also when people are sitting in these rooms hiding and stuff, if you do buff EOD / Battle Hardened and they are using those, it'll be even harder to get them out of there. But if you do just overall buff the EOD, buff Battle Hardened, those are perks that reward you for playing the objective, that reward you to play in positions, I'll be fine. I'm not asking to be a tank. I'm not asking to be, you know, stuck directly and be able to survive it. But if something blows up near my feet, I shouldn't die. I just shouldn't. No one should be able to shoot me with an RPG at my feet or toss C4 right above my head and blow it up, and it just shouldn't kill me. You need to make it so these things cannot just straight up one-shot anybody, because people literally spawn in with multiple rockets, multiple C4, and they just toss them out for free kill. If the radar was where it was, people wouldn't be hiding. Ghost was brought back in line with where it was before because it was considered too strong before, because it used to work like this. Bring it back. buff those up and fix the radar, okay? I know that multiplayer is struggling. On YouTube and everything, this is one of the best Call of Duty years that I have ever had on YouTube, period. But I know that somewhere, someplace, somewhere, multiplayer is struggling for you guys because you guys went out of your way to put a challenge in the game that so blatantly is just there to cause player retention in multiplayer, so you can point out to your investors or whoever it is that you're trying to please here with your stats. You're trying to show them, oh, but look, multiplayer's still doing well. This game is not only Warzone, it's not getting hard carried by Warzone. You guys don't want to admit, based on your decisions and the way that you wanted to design the game, there's a reason why people are quitting multiplayer or they're only playing Warzone. And it's not just the price tag, it's how it is played. You need to make these adjustments, otherwise you're going to continuously keep putting these stupid ass challenges in the game that more and more people are gonna become wary of. And you guys are simply trying to keep people on multiplayer for as long as possible because it is that fucked up. I know that you guys are seeing something and that's why this challenge is here the way that it is. This is something that has been added into the game to try to get player retention because their decision making in multiplayer has been... I don't understand it. Now, again, that's the way that I believe things should go, okay? It doesn't mean that I'm correct, but in my mind, if those things were fixed, would multiplayer be bigger than Warzone? No, the streamers are not playing that. The streamers ain't gonna play multiplayer. What are they gonna do? Stream them getting clapped left and right? Fuck no, they're gonna sit there in their full parties in Warzone, slow-paced, land their couple shots at like 150, 200 meters, have their chat pog champ over 1 or 2 kills, and that's it. They just coast along. This is how everybody that's playing fucking Warzone feels, okay? It's just less frustrating in general. This shit is clearly here to bring player retention, and it just, for me, is just kind of, it's just kind of gross. I'm happy that there are a lot of great players that I ran into last night that are paying attention to the CDL. They're understanding, you know, all the pro plays and strategies and stuff like that. It's cool to see the multiplayer evolve, but that's really just skill-based matchmaking. I'm getting into lobby after lobby after lobby like that, sniping, going negative. I went nearly negative for the entire day, and I still got lobby after lobby after lobby to shit on me. So it's a combination of the gun not doing well and the fact that skill-based matchmaking is absolutely disgusting. That's the 4th one. Again, just remove skill-based matchmaking. Just do it. If you're gonna keep it in there, at least make the other adjustments, man. Something. When I say I'm gonna go play Warzone, I'll maybe get on. Otherwise, I'm just, I don't want to play. I just don't want to play.